Hello everybody, my name is Shelly, and if you're new here, welcome. It's nice to see you, it's nice to meet you. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for coming back around. I try to stay on a routine schedule of posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you are interested in content from a lady of a certain age who's not a makeup artist, likes to play, and has no problem going out and trying some things to see if it'll work for ladies of a certain age, I hope you subscribe. I hope you click the little bell to get notified. And today is a little bit different. I've done one of these American Influencer Awards subscription boxes in the past. It was with the Guy Tang hair products, which I love. And so I was kind of excited to get my second box and see which influencer took over the subscription. I think these come out bi-monthly. You do get a little information card here. So it's the AIA Beauty Bundle, AIABeautyBundle.com if you're at all interested. I want to think these are like $34.95 a month. There's not, to my knowledge, any kind of discount code or anything like that that I can give you guys. This month's Manna Kadar, I think that's how you say her name. She's the influencer that took over this month's box. And I thought it would be kind of fun to do like a face full of her stuff. Now, I do have some experience with her products in the past. I particularly enjoy her eyeshadow pencils. They're like a thicker crayon, but they're really kind of, it's almost like a really thick cream product, and they work great as primer, just an all over color. When I was working and getting kids to school and everything else a little bit more regularly than I am now, I would use those, and some of them would be just kind of a one and done. Sometimes, you know, you swipe on a couple different shades and you can get a look out of the door super fast, super easy. No brushes that got dirty and you had to clean up afterwards. So it was actually very convenient. And then recently I picked up blush palette, and it's a pretty good size. I want to think that there's maybe 8 different blushes in it, and they're all creams. So I've been playing a little bit more with cream blushes. You guys know that I love the Honest Beauty ones. I am enjoying the Fenty cream blushes now. So I'm not completely, you know, oblivious to the brand. I have, like I said, spent money on their things before. And I actually, the eyeshadow crayons, I've purchased a couple times. I'm going to go through with what came in this month's box. It looks like there's a total of 6 products in here. The first one is the Hydration Happy Face Mist. Skin loving ingredients derived from seawater. Hydrating formula helps soothe and calm skin. Light formula provides hydration before or after makeup application. MSRP on this is $19. So I have a little bit of, what did I put on my face already? I have the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation with sunscreen. This is nude beige 35 is what I have on my face already. I didn't do much more than that because this is a foundation serum. It goes on super lightweight. So if you guys have been around at all watching any of my content before, I do have dry skin. I have mature skin. So thick, heavy foundations that you look like a mannequin just don't really work. We're doing a little get ready with me today, I think. A little full face up and unboxing and get ready. And we're just going to do it as, ooh, okay. I don't know what the fragrance is. It feels almost like, maybe like a rose fragrance. The mist is, it's not bad. Where'd my fan go? The mist is pretty moist. Probably could have gone a little lighter with the spraying of it, but you know, if I'm using it as a primer, it does feel a little tacky. It doesn't feel quite so wet anymore, that's a good thing. Okay, so what I was going to say is I have heard recently that YouTubers, and again, I'm kind of a niche YouTuber, right? Because I'm a lady of a certain age. I'm not a 20-something Instagram model. I'm not any of those things. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a coworker. I might be just like you. And one of the things I like to do is kind of just make sure that products actually work well for ladies of a certain age. Is it going to work with our lifestyle? That means the studio lights, the box lights that I have in here, the ring light I have in here, I don't do a good job saying, hey, this is not how you would apply these things out in the real world. That's not to say that I don't tell you guys whether I'd leave the house in it, which is kind of the same thing in my mind. I haven't specifically said, okay, I'm applying this way because it looks good on YouTube, but I would do it differently if I were leaving and being out in natural light. And I know that there's been kind of an uptick in videos where people are filming things in natural light without studio lights. I'm happy to do that if you guys would like. I have to kind of figure out where to do that because I don't really have a setup in front of windows. I think I can maybe do it in my office. And I filmed a couple times in there, but I haven't filmed any makeup in there. So I'm happy to do that if that's something that you guys are interested in. But just know that when I say, yes, I would leave the house in it, that means that the application that I did, regardless of what the lights say, is something that I would walk outside and expect it to be appropriate to be in a face-to-face conversation if we were closer than 6 feet and wearing masks. But regardless, does that make sense, you guys? I hope that clarifies it. Leave a comment down below if you don't, if it's not crystal clear as mud. Okay, so face mist, it is completely dry on my face. I don't know where my fan went to, otherwise I might have fanned it down a little bit. The next thing I'm gonna grab is this lash serum. I have not used this. If you guys have watched any of my empty videos or some of my favorite product videos, I have mentioned Babe Lash Serum before, and I really like it. So I don't know how this is gonna compare next to it. I didn't put any Babe Lash on today. If I'm trying to fill in or grow my lashes, I will use it twice a day. Otherwise, I usually just kind of swipe on a little bit at night to kind of maintain. This is a spoolie, but it's clear. Like I can see there's a little bit of moisture on it, but it's not like dripping down. So we're gonna put a little bit of this on here and see how that feels. It feels a little bit like I'm brushing my lashes with, you know, some people will use like castor oil on their lashes. I've never used that before. I was just thinking I probably ought to put on some of the Poreless Putty Primer, and I have not done that. All right, you guys, this Radiant Serum Foundation, I don't know that I love it. I applied it with my fingers today because I feel like sometimes you get a little bit better coverage. I think if I use a damp beauty blender, it almost shears it out too much. So we're gonna play with some other makeup and then hopefully we won't even notice it. Okay, so that is the swirled container is the Lush Lac Serum. MSRP on this is $29, but I didn't mention earlier. There's 2 palettes that came in it. One of them is a high pressed or HD pressed perfecting powder. That's this one, the kind of gold, rose gold sort of box. And then the other one's more of a matte gray box. It says Uptown on it, but this must be the long wear powder split pan duo. MSRP on this is $29. And it says multi-purpose time-saving compact, can be used either as a blush, bronzer, highlighter, and shadow. Features 2 textures, matte and pearlized, that glide on smooth for easy application and a glowing finish. One of the reasons why I thought this would be kind of fun to do a full face of this is because I knew that I could use this as a face complexion product as well as an eyeshadow. So we're gonna actually do super simple, easy look. Packaging is kind of pretty. It's very sleek. The colors actually look like they would go pretty well with my skin tone. Not super dark, not super light, just seems just right. So let's see if that is the case here. I'm using I think this is a MAC brush that I've had for a million years. So I'm going in with the bronzer, the kind of more brown shade, just to see if I can kind of warm up my complexion a little bit. And it does have quite a bit of kick up with this particular brush. I don't know if I would have used, you know, a fluffier blush brush, it would have gotten any better. I think this might be kind of a good palette, and you guys have seen me do that before with the NARS palettes and Wonder Beauty, but kind of using the colors in here as like my transition shade, just for a super easy, especially summertime. So I did use the bronzer shade, kind of more tan shade, and it's light, it's not overly heavy, it doesn't seem to, I mean, I don't know which one of these is. That must be the more pearlized one, but I don't see like any crazy blinding shimmer on my face. No, I mean, I think texture-wise it actually looks okay. I'm gonna go back into the more pink shade here as more of a blush color. There's nothing crazy, super creative, anything like that. Quality seems good. Now, I keep going back in and kind of grabbing more and applying more because I'm trying to build up the color just a little bit. It's sheer. Like, you're not going into this with a lot of color expecting a lot of payoff. It's not, you know, one of those, you touch it on and you go, oh, now I got to diffuse it as much as possible. This is actually one that goes on pretty sheer, and you're going to have to build it up if you want a little bit of the abuse of blush that I like to do. For a healthy glow, looks okay to me. It's not horrible. I mean, frankly, I'd probably prefer something a little bit more matte, but we'll see what the HD powder does, because sometimes that's what I do. If I look like I'm getting a little bit of sheen or shimmer on my cheeks, on my texture where I don't want it, I will put some powder over the top of it and we'll see how that goes. Moving on. What else do we have here? HD Pressed Perfecting Powder. That's this one. So the MSRP on this is $29. It says create a matte, silky, smooth finish while eliminating oil and shine. Long wear universal powder for all skin tones. Keeps makeup put all day long. Big words. We're gonna see if that helps my, you know, it's a little bit of a glow. I mean, it's kind of a healthy glow, and I like things, you know, under my makeup that have a little bit of glow to it. It does come in a very similar compact. What's the difference? Okay, so the powder is much thicker than the blush bronzer duo. It does have a sponge type applicator. I'm gonna try it with, I've got an Alamar brush here that's not super big. It's pretty white when it first comes on, but I think it's okay. Oh yeah, I can see how it kind of is a sort of a blurring effect. Oh yeah, that's what I needed. Okay, I probably could have put some concealers or something on under my eyes a little bit more than what I did. But I didn't. Yeah, you know, it took away quite a bit of that shine that I was experiencing with the blush, although I feel like I've lost a little bit of the color too. So I'm gonna go back in. You know what, that's what you do, right? You build, you layer, you take it up to the level that you want. And even though we took away that shine, and I might be putting some of it back on, I know that there's the powder that'll take away the shine, so I guess that's a good thing. Okay, I'm not upset by that so far. I'm gonna try a little bit of this on my eyes. And again, super simple look. So I'm gonna go in with a more tan shade and just see how that looks. And I didn't prime my eyelids or do anything like that because frankly, if I'm doing a very, very simple, no makeup kind of makeup look, I'm probably not gonna take the time to prime my eyes. Maybe that makes me busy and not lazy. So I'm keeping this in where I want my crease. And again, I've got hooded eyelids. So I wanna take it just above like where my actual crease is, like that socket sits right in here. I'm going a little bit above it. So I wanna be able to see that color when I open my eyes all the way. I kind of want to still be able to see it because that's what's going to give my hooded eyelids a little bit more depth. It's going to make them recede a little bit more. And I do have mature eyelids. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to use the pink shade. Let's see here. So I used the tanner shade up above. I'm going to use the pink shade just over my lid. I mean, why not? It's right here. And that should just cover some of the discoloration on my eyelids. And again, super easy. And I'm trying to get to the point where I can see lighter colors on my eyelids because for the longest time, if I wore really light colors, I just felt like I was tired. And I think people spent more time asking me if I was okay, if I'm sleeping or, you know, well or whatever else. But I think if I do super simple, just easy, fresh like this, with some eyeliner and mascara, I think that mascara will open up my eyes a little bit more too. I feel like there's such a small amount of color on here. I think if you're super fair-haired, fair skin, this might actually be really beautiful. It'd be really pretty on my daughter. For me, it's, you know what, it's, if I'm in a rush, it's okay. I'd probably go with a little bit darker face shadow thing too, but we'll see what happens when I get the mascara on. The next thing in here is the Lip Locked Priming Gloss Stain. Innovative hydrating formula combines the properties of lip gloss and stain, infused with nourishing vitamins, A&E, and berry extract. So let's see how this feels on. I do like her packaging. Okay, so this color is very nude. Feels like a liquid lip. It's actually a pretty nude shade, and I think it complements the colors and the regular face stuff pretty well. I mean, this is turning out to be a very simple, easy, full face of makeup. However, I feel like I need some eyeliner and some mascara. Luckily, they gave me a mascara. What do I want to do as far as eyeliner here? Do I want to do like a bold blue? Do I want to do like a teal? Do I want to do a liquid eyeliner? Do I want to do a fatter crayon one? And you guys have seen me use these before. They're just sort of a go-to for me because I don't do a winged eyeliner, and sometimes when you do a very severe line, it ages you, in my opinion. This Ulta Beauty cream eyeshadow and liner, this one's the one that's plum. I've got, I think, every color of these, and this is probably one of my favorites. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on. And I like that it's a fatter applicator, like the product itself is kind of like fatter, because then it's easier to kind of smoke out a little bit. You can take these and do kind of like a V and get up into your crease and then just kind of buff it out a little bit. I don't normally. And I'm just keeping this really to the outer quarter, maybe third. And I'm gonna just scribble it just a little bit into my lower lash line, just so that it thickens up that little outer lash line. And you know what? That's okay. I'm wondering if I shouldn't smudge it a little bit, but I'm gonna leave it the way it is right now. Okay, let's find the mascara. Let's curl my lashes first. I feel like my lashes look a little sparse right now. Let's turn up mascara. It says it is a rich, creamy, long-wearing mascara that won't dry out your lashes or cause flakes. The custom wand reaches every part of the lashes, keeping them separated and defined for the perfect flutter with flair. Gives you any kind of indication what the price point is. Almost everything is between $20 and $30. It says it's a proprietary wand, but I feel like the packaging is different. The wand, I feel like it's not necessarily so unique and different. Like, I don't know what that makes that proprietary. But let's try the mascara. So far so good. I did get some on my eyelid. Okay, you know what I like about it so far is it does feel lengthening. It's not super wet. It's not super gloopy. That's a word, right? Gloopy. I'm curious to see how this performs after it's been open for a couple days, because usually that's kind of my sweet spot. Usually when I get a brand new mascara, not all of them, but the majority of them, the first day they're very liquidy, but by day 2 or 3 of having been open, they're more usable for me. All right, I'm gonna take a Q-tip. I know that there's a better way to remove mascara, and it's to let it dry and then scrape it off. However, because I didn't use a ton of crazy colors and didn't go very creative with my eyeshadow, then I'm not super worried about if I smear it or whatever else, because there's not much color on there to smear, to be honest. Okay, I'm just going to try to separate out some of these lashes a little bit. I keep this clean spoolie on hand just for such occasions. And it helps take off any excess, separate out the lashes a little bit if you feel like they're getting kind of clumpy. Couldn't get much more simple than that. Let's see here. Yeah, I think if you're going for super simple, super easy, let me scoot in just a little bit here. That way you can kind of see the lashes more than anything, I think. It's not, not the best in the world, not the worst in the world. It's okay, for a $34 beauty box for a subscription. Did this give me everything for a full face of makeup? I mean, not everything, but a lot. Okay, I'm gonna put some of this on as a setting spray. It says it's moisturizing too, but it can be used before or after makeup. Yeah, the scent in it feels like it's maybe rose. I can't read it, so I'm not gonna be able to tell you what the fragrance is on it. You guys have to leave me a comment down below to tell me if you got this, if you've used it, and what do you think the scent is, because it smells to me like rose. These compacts are, they're cute, they're fine. I almost wish they clicked together. Wouldn't that be cool if you could like click them together and have, the powder on one side and the dual on the other? But you can't, so I didn't design them. These colors are fine. They're very neutral. They're very just normal, fresh. Like I said, probably works better for fair and, lighter, maybe medium, light to medium kind of skin tones, I would think. I don't remember giving them my skin tone, so I don't know if there's variations on this. I think the only other person I saw that have a box like this is Hot Mess Mama, and I think she got the same things. I really liked the lip. It still feels very moist on my lips. It doesn't feel cakey and dry and heavy, but it's also not a matte lip product at all. But I actually like the color. It's called Sienna, and I think of Sienna as being more orangey or more rust color, but I think this is a fine nude. I don't know, sometimes I want things that are going to make my teeth look really white, and I don't know that this does, but I don't know that it necessarily hurts it either. I think altogether, I think it's very complimentary. Serum, jury's out on that. I'll have to let you know how I feel about it. If it shows up in one of my empties, then you know that I used it and I'll have a thought on it, but first application, really not a problem at all. The mascara was fine. It's not anything, crazy to write home about. Easy, predictable, no issues at all. Did I get all my products? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing one. 6 products total for this AIA Awards or American Influencer Awards beauty bundle or beauty box takeover. Manna Kadar. Total amount, I think I paid $34.95. And I think that included shipping. I think that was just the total price. Total amount, $154 even with the products that came in here. What products just after initial application would I actually repurchase? I think I'd purchase that lip. I think I really like that. For a $34.95 takeover, box takeover, I'm not upset with this. It's a very light, fresh look. I think it gives you a good foundation. I actually want to play with some different eyeshadows, and I got a couple, you know, cute little mini palettes that I'm going to try with, but I'll film that separately. If you guys are interested, then go ahead and subscribe so that you get alerted when that video goes up. And you know what? Would I leave the house like this? Yeah, it's super light and easy. It's almost a no makeup look. At first when they said Manna Kadar takeover, and I was like, maybe. And then when I saw the list of products, I was like, I don't know that those are ones that I would actually go for. But I think these actually make a really nice basic kit. You throw in a foundation or a concealer if you're going, you know, like super no fuss. And like I said, an eyeliner. I think that was all I added. Vacation makeup. I think this gives you a great start. Okay, you guys, I hope that you guys are all doing well. And until my next video, bye for now.